Good morning, good morning. It is Saturday garden tour of the front yard today. We're going to be sharing some updates on some of our plants we transplanted, sharing some updates on some seeds we planted, and a special guest that hopped right over to see us today. I was so surprised, and I hope you will be too. Well, get sat down with that tea and let's start watching some garden videos. Now, none of these plants here I bought. Most of these plants were plants that were cuttings or given to me that I've had a long time, and they have grown in pots and gotten too big for their pots, and I've put them in the front yard. So that's what's happened here. Now, my fire plant here isn't looking too great. I hope it's going to perk up once it warms up. This plant is doing great after being transplanted. Over here you can see I have a lot of plants, and I have a lot of things coming up, and these are all planted by seeds. And of course there's some weeds and some things I don't want in there. I'll have the gardener get in and see if he can pull some of them out. My balance is really bad, and I don't want to take a chance of getting in there and maybe falling. These are pretty deep flower beds. I think what I'm going to do, I have plenty of plants that can get big, and I have one large, maybe one or two pots in the backyard that I could empty out and put in this area here and fill it in. Probably will do it maybe in the fall. It's going to get pretty hot here pretty soon, and I don't want to take a chance they're going to die, because I've had the plants a long time. As you can see, my tomato plants that I already had have all died. It's just been too cold. I'm praying for the best. So this one died from the cold. That one died from the cold. This is my goldenberry plant, and I don't know if it's going to survive. It's looking really, really bad. So we'll see. But I've had these out in the front yard for a couple of years. There's always a chance that a new baby will come up. Most of my goldenberry plants have all been plants from the past. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here. Believe it or not, the peas are not having any problem at all with the cold. They're doing just fine. They are way behind schedule on height, that they are. But it's probably because they haven't had much sun. We've had so many storms back to back here, and rain and cloud cover. Today is going to be a sunny day, so maybe they'll get a little bit of growth going today. The funny thing about the peas, I didn't plant the peas where they're at. I planted the peas back over here by these tomato cages, but also near my fence where they could climb on the fence. And I planted them right next to the fence where they could grab a hold of these slots on my fence. And where do they end up over? Over here. And I didn't plant any of them inside these blocks, and that's where half of them ended up inside the blocks. That is a very strange thing. Still haven't figured out how that happened. But, you know, nature wants to do what it wants to do. So we'll see what happens when we get in here and clean everything up. Can you believe who popped in today? I can't believe it. I don't know where this bunny came from, and I looked over, and now he's going in my yard. He's checking it out. I guess it's my Easter present from somewhere in the neighborhood. The only trouble with bunnies, they seem to like to eat all up my flower beds and dig up all my plants and grass. Whoops, we'll see what he's going to do. There's always something happening in the garden. He's checking out my yard. Are you enjoying the garden? Huh? Are you enjoying the garden? I hope you find your way home. Well, I don't know where the bunny went to. I was a little worried about his safety. We live right in town, and I live on an like one street over, but it's still right in town. So we've got a lot of cars. That's why you always hear a lot of noise when you hear the train going by, the airport. It's like 20 miles away, so there's always a plane flying overhead. So I was worried about his safety, but I have no idea where he came from, and I don't have any idea where he went. But he left my yard. Well, this is where I planted my snow peas this year. And as you can see, they're coming up, and they did stay in place. Oh, look, now the bunny is back. Let me see. There he goes, down the street. Well, I guess he's grazing on the grass. Looks like we're going to get a lot of footage of this little bunny wherever he came from. I hope whoever the little bunny belongs to finds him. He looks like he's been cared for. He looks very healthy and big. Well, hope he stays on the front yard on the sidewalk, stays out of the street. I don't want to get too close. No, I don't want you to go in the street. Oh, there he runs off again. Come on, get on that sidewalk. Go on, get up there. Get up on that sidewalk. Get out of the street. Ah, he did. Well, I guess I should leave him alone. Hopefully he'll stay on the sidewalk and the owner will come and find him soon. Can't get any closer. I don't want to scare the little rabbit. I want him to stay out of the street. Well, back to my snow peas. They're doing pretty good. Believe it or not, I started the peas in the front yard a month before I started these snow peas, and the snow peas are already probably twice the size of the peas in the front yard. I don't know if it's the kind of peas I'm using or if it's just the weather. I can't believe the snow peas are twice as big when it's been so cold ever since I planted these. But they seem to be doing fine. They don't seem to be struggling at all. And they did stay, as you can see, next to the fence and next to these supports that I have them next to. And I forgot to mention, look, it's some new little creatures I have in my garden. Aren't they cute? Just overlook all the mess. I'm still trying to get stuff planted and put together here and add some more garden soil to the garden. Aren't they cute? Let's see if I can get one of them. Oh, there's one. He's already looking our way. Isn't he cute? These aren't new. I've had them at least a year or two. But I thought I'd put them out here in the front yard and show them off and hang them from this here. I thought they looked cute. I probably should have shot them from the other side. And of course, I have my sunflower solar lights that a friend of mine sent me. Wasn't that a nice gift? So that was something I didn't have to buy either. I'll have to take some more up-to-date pictures of them in the garden lit up. They light up at night and they look so pretty. Well, this is the end of my garden tour of the front yard for this week. There's more to share, and hopefully next time we come, there'll be something new to show in the garden.